Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekat, Kodash. Give honors to the apostles, nettle, bishops, nettles, a great millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles, nettles of all of Israel, ready accepted or not. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Abba who are listening learning, you for sister listen learning. Coming to another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another day of edification, Lord, when it's be edified. So I titled this lesson again. Yep, I'm back. The Dukedoms of Esau. And as I was playing a clip from that Edomite, he said that the Edomites start calling themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860, right? So I pulled this article up, which says Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860 religion. So it say they mentioned that the recent it's a Russian open up vaults reveals Yahweh shot Israelites were black people, which dark skin, we ain't black. Bible points to Israel. Bible points to Israelites in sub-Saharan Africa. So it's a right here say Edomite Jews begin to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. Encyclopedia Judaica, 1971, volume 10, page 23. Esau Edom's Marjorie, 1925, Jewish Encyclopedia, volume 5, page 41. They are not of Israel or Judah. So one share, they say, the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese can be seen in a single person. The Duchess say, right? And they mention it's a right here, the Jews of Spain, John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica in 1850, saw the enslaved Jews of Spain, Sephardic Jews, and witnessed that they were Negroid. Nature know no color line, page 123 through page 130, which I got, and I'm going to read it. So I just want to show you that Edom, the Edomite Jew, because the so-called white man was converted to follow Judaism by John Hyrcanus, which was one of the brothers, which was a kinsman of Judas Maccabees. They was converted to Judaism. Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. This is heavy. So in this, as they referenced, whoever came up with this channel, this page, they referenced nature knows no color line right here. The Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese can be seen in a single person, meaning they all look the same. Because that's what the so-called white man said, we all look the same. So he said the Jews of Spain, John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica in 1850, saw that the enslaved Jews of Spain, Sephardic Jews, and witnessed that they were Negroid. Nature knows no color line, page 123 through 130. And I'm going to read from you page 123. I'm not going to make this too long. Just hit this point. So it says this is page 123. Nature knows no color line. It reads, the Duchess, wife of Napoleon's ambassador to Portugal, said that the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese could be seen in a single person. This verse 32, page 32 of verse 32 of this page. So dark were the Jews, especially of Portugal and southern Spain, that many whites thought all Jews were black or dark, which they are, with different shades of brown. But yeah, so dark were the Jews, especially of Portugal and southern Spain, that many whites thought all Jews were black or dark. And it's just it's a this book is heavy, man, because it shows you in here. So anyway, so we know, so way before they took our land over in 1947 is when it came about. They would call themselves Israelites way before that, man. And when you go to, as a matter of fact, let me pull this up. Let's pull this up. Bear with me. Let's pull this up. So they've been calling themselves that from 1860, man, right? So this is an article. It's titled "The Master Plan of the Illuminati Rothschilds," right? Hold on, bear with me here. See if I can find it. Got to be the right one though. Let me see. Right here. So this is titled "The Master Plan of the Illuminati Rothschilds." Ron Patton interviews Miriam Knox, right? So when you go into this, Apostle Bob brought this out years ago. So when you go into this, a lot of reading here, but you want to hit the main point. So the main point here is in Ron Patton. Ron Patton say, I noticed you mentioned this woman was to be groomed at a high level with the Illuminati. What's your perspective or insight into the nefarious organization? The Illuminati is a Luciferian religion that is counterfeit to the Church of Jesus Christ, not the Mormon one. Illuminati means light bearers or enlightened ones, which we know. That's the Isaiah 14. How thou fall from heaven, O Lucifer. Lucifer just means light bearer. The illuminated belief system says that freedom is only obtained through the interest of true or pure light. So the next one say, Ron Patton, can you be more specific as the role to the Rothschilds play and to all of this? Miriam Knox say, well, most people who are into conspiracies know the Rothschilds are the most powerful family in the world, allegedly, because they came out of the, you got the Oppenheimers. It says, but you really don't hear about the details relating to how they have set themselves up to be king of the Jews and to usher in Antichrist, which Antichrist mean you against the truth of the Bible, you against the Messiah. So there are many antichrists that tell you in 1 John 2 and 1 John 4. It was the Rothschilds who financially backed the nation of Israel so they could eventually set up the throne of the Antichrist in Jerusalem. And yet, during World War II, their money and resources were used to kill millions of Jews. But these were seen as the expendable Jews from the house of Jacob. So it say, remember, these guys have the audacity to use the Bible as a blueprint to take over the world. So it say, let me give you some background information. On one level, the Rothschilds secretly call themselves the House of David, the tribe of Judah. See, they do this secretly. Now, Rothschild translate from German to English means red shield. During biblical times, the Edomites' fortress was red rocks of Petra. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, was described as red and hairy. So this information fits perfectly with what survivors have been telling me that on a deeper level, the Rothschilds are also claiming to be descendants of Esau and thus are really from the house or tribe of Esau. What they are trying to do is to get the birthright back from the house of Jacob, who are the real Jews. See, this is what they're doing, man. So since 1860, they've been calling themselves Israelites, man. Edom Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. You see it, man. Huh? You see it. Encyclopedia Judaica, 1971, volume 10, page 23, man. Yeah. But we already know this. When you go to, let's get when you go to Psalms, this is Psalm 79 and 1. And it reads, O God, the heathen are coming to thine inheritance. The holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. This is Isaiah 1 and 7. When you read Isaiah 1, starting at verse 2, the Lord said, He have raised up and nourished Israelites who became rebellious, right? Let me read 2. It's Isaiah 1 and 2. The Lord say, Hear, O heaven, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord have spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. See? So in verse 7, the Lord said, because we rebelled against the Lord, he said, verse 7, your country is desolate. Why? Because there are no Israelites there. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire, and we're seeing that happen today. The city being burned with fire. Your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 20. This the Lord did to us when he kicked us out the land, man. He put heathens in our land. Ezekiel 7:20. As for the beauty of his ornament, he said it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations. That's what Israelite did. We started doing wicked, worshiping the idols of these heathens, the Canaanite gods, the Canaanite idols, and of the detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. He set our land far from us. Now we scattered at the four corners of the earth, way on the other side of the world, in different parts of Asia, Africa, but we ain't in the land as being rulers of it. And I will give it into the hand of strangers for a prey, and to who, Lord? And to the wicked of the earth for a spoil. That's the Job 9 and 24s. The Lord said, and I will give it into the hand of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil. Who is the wicked of the earth? Job 9 and 24 tell you the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Well, the wicked is the so-called white man, the Job 9 and 24s. And they shall pollute it. They got kosher pig over there. There's a parade in Tel Aviv every year. The biggest parade on the planet Earth is in Tel Aviv. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. Verse 24, wherefore will I bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses, and I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. So who's defiling our land, man? Luke 21. And Yahushua said it as well. This is Luke 21 and 24. Matter of fact, let's read up at 20. This is what Yahushua, this is what the Messiah said. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. That's what the Lord was talking about in Ezekiel 7, in Isaiah 1, in Psalm 79 and 1, which I read. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the country enter therein too. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Right? It reads, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, the women that was pregnant with children and had little children. For there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. And to tell you that in 2 Kings 6, when the women was eating their children, eating it said a donkey head was sold, man, to be eaten on. A donkey's head, man. And the Lord said, they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. The Messiah saying this. Who was in Judea at that time? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, so-called Negroes, Jamaicans, and Haitians. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down. By who, Lord? And Jerusalem shall be trodden out of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. So we watching our land be trodden down by Gentiles, man. When you go to Amos 7, in verse 17, the Lord said, which is quoted from what Yahweh, I just see it right here about going into captivity. It's Amos 7:17. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, which that's what the Lord said. That they're gonna fall by the sword, right? Let's go back to Luke 21. Oh, Salakia, hold on. Luke 21 just said this. Luke 21 in verse 24, it said, where is it? And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. See? So in Amos 7:17 it reads, therefore thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, which our women's are. Most of the men now that got a woman, they had another man before they got to you. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. That's what Micah 2:10 said, rise ye in part, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It will destroy you even with the sword destruction. Right? Thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Breon Taylor, Tremere Rice, George Floyd, Mike Brown, Eric Garner, the list goes on and on. There's been many women got put to death by the sword, by Esau. And thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line. Who's in our land right now? Edom, Ishmael, and Elam. And thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. This is what the Lord's saying. So we know who's in the land of Israel, man. This is Ezekiel 36 and 1. And it reads, also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? And swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto who? The residue of the heathen. Who's the residue? The least of the flock. The insignificant ones. It tell you in Obadiah. The Lord said, I made you small among the heathen. Small mean the residue. Okay? The insignificant ones, the least of them. Which is who? The Job 9:24s. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Now all the so-called white people control the earth. It's the residue of them that control the earth, man. That ye may be a possession unto who? The residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh power. Thus saith Yahweh power to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to who, Lord? To the residue of the heathen that are round about you. Who is the residue again? The least, the insignificant, the small. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against who, Lord? The residue of the heathen, and against all, not some, all Idumea. Because what the residue of Idumea has done, all the Idumeans got to pay for this, which have appointed my land in their possession with the joy of all their heart, with a despiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. Let's go back to verse Ezekiel 35. Ezekiel 35 and 10. Verse 1 say, Ezekiel 35, 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Right? The Lord say, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. See, the Lord Yahweh said he's going to die by the sword in Luke 21 and 24. Right? It said by the force of the sword. What it tell you in Matthew 11, 12? That the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent took it by force. Right? It say, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end. Right? Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Sure, it ain't talking about the mountain, it's talking about men. And I will fill his mountains with who, Lord? His slain men. In thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return. Remember, it said Malachi 1? They said, we will return and build. The Lord said, you shall build, but I will throw down. So who built these cities? The Edomites. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return. Because they said in Malachi, we is going to return and build the desolate places. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast said, these two nations, the southern and northern kingdom, and these two countries, Israel and Samaria, shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. See? Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh shall power, I will do even according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. So see, they know, man. They've been calling themselves Hebrews and Israelites since 1860 before they took the land, and that was all in the Illuminati master plan of the Rothschilds, man. Did they know that they from the house of Esau? Let me read it to you again. As a matter of fact, let's put it on the screen. Let's put it on the screen. Salakia, I open my camera up. Salakia, ain't no need to open it up. Nothing to close. Let me just put it on the screen for you. Put this on the screen for you. Make sure it's sharing. See it? This is called see it? The master plan of the illuminated Rothschilds. So back down here at this whole thing is fire, man. But making the point though, they said right here. Let me give you some background information on one level. The Rothschilds secretly call themselves the House of David from the tribe of Judah. Now, Rothschild translated from German to English means right here, red shield. During biblical times, the Edomites' fortress was the red rocks of Petra. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, Petra, which is in Jordan, over there by Jordan. They showed you in the movie Transformers, man. They went right in, they went right to Petra in the movie Transformers, man. The second one. It say the twin brother Jacob. It said Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, was described as red and hairy. So this information fits perfectly with what survivors have been telling me. That on the deeper level, the Rothschilds are also claiming to be descendants of Esau and thus are really from the house or tribe of Esau. What they are trying to do is to get the birthright back from the house of Jacob, who are the real Jews. Then they got right here in the book of Obadiah talks about the destruction of the Edomites in the last days. See? So, but they said they are secretly pretending to be right here. The Rothschilds are secretly calling themselves the house of David from the tribe of Judah. See? Hey, so Lord was edifying. Got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles, now the bishop, and elders, great millstone, rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles, and elders of all Israel, ready, accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hope for the elect. Shalom to the outward who are listening, learning. Ye for sister who are listening, learning. Throughout tuning in, may Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Ubab Ubab. Hey, Edomite Jews, you see it? Edomite Jews begin to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. How about that? Shalom.